It's Black Ops! It's finally here! Yay! As with Reach, I'm gonna post the first video that I played ever, and it happened to be a team deathmatch on Havana. And just for the record, this is a regular team deathmatch. It's not gonna be ground war, so that's why the teams are the size they are. We're not going to 1,000 or 10,000 or whatever it is. It's just going to 7,500. And also I should note that you can use party chat in this, which is something I realized just now that we were doing. I didn't even think about it until now. But let's watch how I start my first ever game, because it's enjoyable. Missing horribly. Yay! But, throw the frag. Bam. Triple. Yay! Which I think is a good way to start, but at the same time, it's kind of like, oh, I started off the game with an explosive triple. Yay. But it was the car exploding, so it wasn't like some sort of super overpowered grenade that got me a triple. It was just luck and timing. Not good timing on my part, just, again, lucky timing. But, yeah. I guess let's start off the first impressions with a few complaints that I have, which really aren't that bad. First off is a problem that, almost every game has had at the start, which is just having problems getting into games with a few network issues. I know that's going to be resolved quickly, and in all honesty, it's not as bad as other games have been. I've had some issues getting into games, not a lot of issues getting into games, but so it's not that bad, but it is something to note. Really, the only other complaint I have was their decision. Like, when you bring up the scoreboard in a team deathmatch game, it shows your current kill to death ratio, which at first you're kind of like, hey, that's really cool, but then I've been thinking about it and I'm like, yeah, I need people worrying about their kill to death ratio even more than they used to, because I think that's what really leads to campers. And I could be wrong, but I think doing that will, lead to a little bit more camping than necessary. But alongside that is a really cool thing they did. In other game modes, it shows other stats. The only other game mode I've played so far is a domination, but instead of your kill to death ratio, it shows like how many points you captured or defense kills that you got, or just things like that, things that matter. So the conclusion that I've drawn is that it shows stats that are relevant to that game mode, which is cool. But I think when it focuses a lot on kill to death ratio, people decide to play a little bit campier than they would have. I fall for decoy grenades a lot. They confuse the heck out of me. They do. Like, I'll see a red dot and I die for it. I'm like, there's no one there. What's going on? And then I'm like, oh right, that's not it. And other than that, let's just go on with things that I've really enjoyed about this game. First of all, the guns have recoil. That's always nice. Except an LMG that I got killed by. I don't know if it was just a one-time thing or something, but watch the kill cam and it just sprayed like a laser at me. That was a little bit worrying, but I've got nothing to back that up with. It was just that one time. It wasn't overwhelmingly strong either, which is one thing I do want to talk about. There's nothing that so far has seemed overwhelmingly strong. It's been great. The M16 is a gun, it's a good gun, but it's not an overpowered gun anymore, because there's no stopping power. So if you want to do good with the M16, you have to aim for the chest, and you have to probably put 2 bursts into them. It's nice. So it does take some skill to use it. It's still a good gun, like I said repeatedly, because I'm a repetitive person, but you have to be better. So that's always good. You get knifed here. Knifing, there is a little bit of a lunge, but it's not like Commando. I don't know if connections cause people to be invincible during these lunges, because the only times I've experienced these lunges were times where they very clearly killed me. It wasn't like I shot them and the lunge through. It was just they killed me. The point system is great. It lets you unlock perks, in whatever order you want. Like, for me, I went straight for the stealth perks, the one that like keeps you off the UAV or radar or spy plane. I can't remember what it's called, Ghost or something. I'm just gonna call it UAV Jammer for now until I can remember. Forgive me for using a Modern Warfare 2 reference, but I got that, and the next thing I got was a suppressor, which I really. With it being a new game, it's a great combination because the stealth kit is great when people don't know maps because they rely on the radar to show them where people are. So if you never show up, you can practically walk up to somebody, punch them in the face, and then shoot them a couple times just to finish them off. But yeah, you know, you can get what you want. The only thing that does require a certain rank is weapons. And even after you hit that rank, you do have to buy them still, so you have to do two things for weapons. I've been afraid to try the wager modes because I'm just really nervous about them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared that people are gonna be real campy in them, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I'll give them a shot at some point. Probably soon. And something that really cool, just to talk about zombies. I know in the collector's edition it came with the 4 maps from World at War. I know this because one of my friends got it. What I'm wondering is, are they already available to download? Because I forgot to check. And, you know, if they're not, when will they be available to download? Because it's just awesome that they brought those back, and they did change the weapons from what I've heard, so, you know, they did upgrade that, and I imagine probably fix the, like, multiple weapon glitches and stuff like that. But, yeah, this game looks like it's coming to an end, so first impressions of the game are, it is really good. I'm, you know, a little bit worried because no one really found out all the problems with Modern Warfare 2 until, you know, a week or so after. So, I'm not ready to completely sell my soul to this game, but I will say first impressions are that it's been really, really fun. So yeah, later.